What did he write about the feeling of being totally guilty and really not worth living, and then the feeling of being received in some way and forgiven?
He wrote about his gratitude, and he spoke about it, his gratitude in what really comes to mind, yes, the gratitude, but he wrote about that when he was still an unbeliever, and he would observe the pro-life community out in New York holding their prayer vigils in front of like the Planned Parenthood facilities. What he recognized was that these people, sitting out there on cold, windy days, they were so full of love and compassion and peace and hope, and he was drawn to the source of their joy. He wanted to know more about it. He didn't understand how these people could give so much of themselves for a cause where the people who were hurt by it would never thank them, the babies who were aborted.
And how did he come to feel about the women? Did he feel that he had been mistaken in trying to help women in difficult circumstances and performing thousands of abortions? What was it that he was mistaken about? Had he not been helping them?
Right. When Dr. Nathanson joined with Lawrence Lader to form NARAL.
Yeah,
NARAL Pro-Choice America, the PAC.
What is NARAL?
Yeah, NARAL, it stands for the National Association for the Repeal of Abortion Law.
Okay.
And so what they formed was the first pro-abortion political action organization. Because they knew that the only way to have long-term victory is to be able to lay claim in the political realm. They had to have the law on their side, obviously. So
they were trying to, what they thought or claimed, they were helping women.
Yeah.
Dr. Nathanson later concluded that somehow he had been harming women, and obviously harming the fetuses, the babies that he had aborted.
Yeah.
But what about the women? How did he come to feel about his attitude towards women?
He originally thought that he was helping women, because he had seen some women coming into the emergency room with botched abortions before it was legalized, and he never gave a thought about what was happening to the baby. And I think this is really, really important to make sense of that, because after I've traveled the country and sharing, the story about Dr. Nathanson, a common question is, why didn't he give any thought to the baby? Well, back then, the science of fetology was a brand new science field. We're so used to now, thousands of articles about fetal development and anatomy. But back in 1969, there were only 5 articles about fetal anatomy and physiology. So, and again, that was all pre-real-time ultrasound. So he was very disconnected from the baby, and he really thought he was doing the right thing for women. Of course, what we now know is that abortion, I'm not saying for every woman. You can always go out there and find some women who are proud of their abortion and they're shouting their abortion and all this. But we do know that millions of women regret their abortion because you got to keep in mind, back then they were selling abortion as just a blob of tissue. It's not a baby. Well, any woman and any man today knows, because of real-time ultrasound, no, by the time they have an abortion at 9, 10, 11 weeks, that baby has hands, has a face, has a beating heart. So that the lie of yesteryear, they can no longer get away with. So we do know that abortion has caused many women and men to go to alcoholism, drug abuse, depression. We now know the connection between breast cancer and abortion, which is a very hidden topic, but one day that's going to come into the light as well. And so Dr. Nathanson knew that between all these different factors, there must be a better way. And that's why I named the book, What If We've Been Wrong, which is a quote from his resignation letter. Maybe there's a different way. Maybe there's a better way than killing babies and lying and exploiting women for an industry that makes millions of dollars a year.
Hi, thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking on that red subscribe button and click that bell so you'll be notified when we upload new content. Check out all the links below for subscriptions to Inside the Vatican magazine and to the Moynihan letters, which is free to your inbox. You stay connected. It's content that you can get nowhere else. All that information is below. Thank you.